The Applington-Parkersburg Community School District would like to welcome you to tonight's game between your AP Falcons and the Forest City Indians. We would like to thank Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate for sponsoring tonight's game. We would also like to thank Hampton-Dumont High School for hosting us tonight and allowing us to stream out of their facility. Let's get ready for some basketball.
Good evening and welcome to Hampton-Dumont High School for tonight's boys Class 2A Sub-State 3 District 5 Final. This evening's matchup features the Indians from Forest City and the Falcons from Appleton-Parkersburg. The winner of tonight's game will advance to the Sub-State Final this Saturday, February 27th at 7 p.m. in Waterloo at the Waterloo East High School Gym and will face either Denver or New Hampton for the opportunity to go to state. The administration, staff, and students of Hampton-Dumont High School support the Iowa High School Athletic Association in making good sportsmanship a priority by being positive about your team and coaches and respecting the decisions of the officials. You enhance the atmosphere of these athletic competitions. We would also like to remind fans that air masks are to be worn at all times this evening. Thank you. Please welcome the officials for tonight's game as assigned by the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Chris Hopert, Ronald Ratchford, and Nathan Saw.
Jeff Ramin here with you, 98.9 KQCR, bringing you coverage of the AP Falcons deep in the postseason. It's the regional final, and we'll carry the starting lineups live right here with the PA announcer.
Who bring a record of 14-9 into tonight's game. Number 14, a senior, Brandon Lieber. Number 20, a senior, Noah Miller. Number 24, a junior, Truman Knudsen. Number 32, a junior, Carter Bruckhoff. And number 42, a junior, Andrew Snyder. The Indians are coached by Dan Rosacker, and he's assisted by Ryan Eastfold, Paul Jensen, Al Jones, and Ryan Smith. Now, here are the starters for the whole team on the scoreboard. The Appleton-Parkersburg Falcons, who finished the matchup with a record of 19-3. Number 1, a junior, Jaden Matthews. Number 2, a freshman, Gavin Thomas. Number 3, a sophomore, Eric Hinton. Number 4, a senior, Josh Hahn. And number 10, a senior, Owen Thomas.
From Hampton, we now step aside for a break for the national anthem. When we come back, it's time to jump it up between the Falcons and the Indians here from Hampton on 98.9 KQCR.
With the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Courtney Ringland and Aaron Galindo.
AP Falcons bringing a record of 19-3, facing off with the Forest City Indians at 14-9. Hello, everyone. Jeff Ramin welcoming you back to Hampton. Hunter Dietz back in the studio. And the AP Falcons bring this starting five to the floor. Jaden Mackey, Gavin Thomas, Garrett Hempen, Josh Hahn, and Owen Thomas. Falcons in all white tonight, black numerals outlined in red. Forest City in all red with white numerals outlined in black. Starting 5 for the Indians, Brandon Lieber, Noah Miller, the leading scorer for Forest City, Truman Knutson, Carter Bruckhoff, and Andrew Snyder. Josh Hahn as well as Carter Bruckhoff in the center jump circle here. Check that, that's Andrew Snyder. Basketball is in the air and we're underway. Falcons control the tip and we'll work it from left to right across your screen or radio dial. Appreciate everybody joining us on the AP video stream tonight as well. Owen Thomas from the right corner, a 3 to start it out. Hits the back of the iron, but an offensive rebound pulled down for Hahn. Now out to Mackey out front. Jumper from the foul line rattles home, and the Falcons strike first. Jaden Mackey on the board. It's 2-0 AP here in Hampton. Falcons employing some press here into the front court. Rocket of a pass ahead quickly to Lieber. Lieber spin move, little out of control. The layup too strong into the hands of Owen Thomas. Here comes Thomas pushing the tempo over to Gavin Thomas at the right wing. Thomas into Hempen, now out to Jaden Mackey. Mackey top of the key, swing pass over to Owen Thomas. To the corner now, it's Gavin. Gavin drives in, hands it off to Hempen, lays it up and in, and the Falcons are 2 for 3 from the floor to start it out. And they own a 4-0 lead here, less than a minute gone by in Hampton. Token pressure out front continues. Rifle pass into Lieber, little ball fake from the left wing. Kick out pass, a 3 from way downtown is no good. That one a little bit too short on the attempt for Noah Miller. Here come the Falcons who push the tempo to the right side. It's Owen Thomas. Thomas surveying. Gets it to Garrett Hempen. Hempen swings it over to Mackey at the left wing. Mackey out to Thomas. Tees up a 3. This one is a little bit short and right into the hands of Miller, who boards it for Forest City. Still looking for their first points. They trail it 4-0. Little give and go into Snyder, who banks it home from the right side, and the Indians are on the board. 4-2 the new score. Here come the Falcons. It's Garrett Hempen to Owen Thomas. Thomas over to Gavin Thomas at the right wing. Owen holds it at the top of the key now into Garrett Hempen right in the paint. Kick out for Gavin. 3 on the way for the freshman. Too strong. Rebound pulled out again by Hahn at the left low block. Hahn out to Mackey in the left corner. Fakes a 3, drives in, takes a 16-footer, and that's pure. Mackey with 4 early points, and AP leads it 6-2. 6 minutes to go in the first. Forest City really working on these passes, but doing a good job of getting out of their own backcourt with the AP press in motion. 6-2 the score. Forest City trails by 4, and to the left side goes Bruckhoff. Bounces out front to Miller. Miller on the season, 16 points per game. The lead scorer for Forest City. Miller to the right corner. This is Bruckhoff. In, and a jumper for Snyder is no good. Much too strong, but an offensive rebound put up and in for Brandon Lieber. And Forest City cuts the lead down to 2 once again. It's 6-4. Mackey teeing up a 3 in transition. This one a little bit too strong, rattling around. Hahn got a hand in there, but eventually it's Snyder who brings it down for Forest City. Big opportunity for the Indians. Miller looking to go coast to coast. Kick out pass now to Bruckhoff. 3 on the way. Too strong. It's an air ball, but deflected out into the hands of Miller. Miller drives around Hempen, puts it up in a little float shot from inside the foul line. Does not go. Rebound still up for grabs. Forest City gets a 3rd try at it now. Miller holds it out between the circles. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Miller playing catch. Now Bruckhoff into the left corner. Bounce pass in to Snyder. Snyder out. 3 on the way for Knutson is no good. Rebound taken down for the Falcons, and a relief after they give up a pair of offensive rebounds in that possession. No points for the Indians. Into Josh Hahn. Still waiting for the game's first foul. Hahn loses it briefly. Gets it out to Thomas. Now over to Gavin Thomas in the right corner. Gavin into Garrett Hempen. Reversing course in the foul lane. And they will actually get a foul going against Forest City here. And that'll be Brandon Lieber's first foul, and the first foul of the ball game coming at 4:34 to go in the first quarter. Christian Hogstad, we talked to Coach pregame. He said Hogstad will be in rather early in the ball game, so that's what that means. About 3.5 minutes gone by. Jaden Mackey over to Gavin Thomas, who holds it just right of center. Now out front to Garrett Hempen. Hempen drives to his left for a moment, gives it off to Mackey. Mackey fakes a baseline drive, reverses course now around a screen from Hogstad out to Gavin Thomas. Gavin drives around the left side, terminates the dribble, almost walked with it, got it out to Garrett Hempen. Hempen pulls up, had it blocked, taken away by Forest City. Quickly ahead, Forest City in transition. It's Bruckhoff, the layup, no good. Rebound secured for Christian Hogstad, who got hacked in the process, no call. Here come the Falcons. Gavin Thomas for 3, rattles off, no good. Halfway down on the cylinder and off into the hands of Andrew Snyder. So primo opportunity for Forest City moments ago. Goes all for nigh here as Forest City unable to convert the layup into points. They trail it by 2. 6-4 is the score. Miller holds it out front. Throws it over to Andrew Snyder Forest City coming off of a win over Gardner Hayfield Ventura, 43-40, and a 3 in transition here is good. Carter Bruckoff, and now it's a lead for the Indians, 7-6. AP led it 6-2. It's a 5-0 run for Forest City. 7-6 the score. Indians out in front, and they're going to get Josh Hahn for a travel here at his back to the basket, and we've got a whistle for substitution. Elijah Switzer into the game, as well as Owen Thomas. So the 5 on the floor for AP right now. Jaden Mackey right at midcourt. Got Switzer and Hempen in the front court, and in the backcourt right now it's Owen Thomas and Christian Hogstad. Forest City with a 7-6 lead and the basketball. Bruckoff bouncing over to Snyder. Snyder leaps and tosses it over to the right side. Little ball fake here for Brandon Lieber, and now gets it back out front to Miller. Noah Miller still looking for his first points. Bouncing it over to Bruckoff in the right corner, into Snyder. Snyder bounces it once, hands it off to a teammate under the basket. Trapped there, lost the handle, got it back for Snyder. He lays the layup short. A little float shot, and it's taken away by Christian Hogstad. Shot laid short there by number 34, that's Michael Olson. Hogstad at the left low block, turns around, puts it off the glass. No good, it's too strong. Got his own, put it up again, and it goes in. Christian Hogstad off the bench finds the bottom of the bucket early. It's 8-7. Falcons on top of the Indians. Miller works it over to Olson here for Forest City. Now to Lieber, back to Miller. Into Snyder, who's at the foul line. Now to the right corner. That's Lieber for 3. No good. Christian Hogstad bodies for positioning and takes it away in front of Olson. Just north of 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's Mackey driving in, runs into a wall in the form of Snyder. Kick out pass to Elijah Switzer, who's viciously blocked here by Forest City's Lieber, and Lieber fouled on the way in. Good aggressive play defensively for Brandon Lieber, who got the block. Big time rejection of Elijah Switzer on a left wing 3. Lieber takes off down the floor, draws the foul, does not get the bucket to go. So an opportunity to tie or take the lead here for Lieber, who'll have 2 shots. First one is off the mark, no good. Kisses off the left front of the rim, off the glass and off the left side. Gavin Thomas back in. Jaden Mackey checks out for head coach Aaron Thomas. First meeting between these two schools as far as we know. Been a good one so far. Second shot put up, and we are tied. Brandon Lieber with 3, and we're tied at 8 apiece between these two. Early going here from Hampton. Got it up at the scoreboard as 9-8. Now a corner 3 for Switzer does not go. Rebound taken away for Lieber. Bouncing over to the right corner, in quickly. Turnaround jumper for Snyder, no good. Crafty move inside the paint, just a little bit too strong. And the Falcons bring it into the front court. We're tied 8-8. Hempen swings it over to Elijah Switzer. Switzer back to Hempen, now to Owen Thomas, over to Gavin Thomas. Gavin and Owen working outside of the three-point arc. Now over to Switzer, and Switzer got going a little too early. That is the second traveling violation of this first quarter on the Falcons. 1 on Hahn, 1 on Switzer, and Hahn is back in, as is Gavin Thomas, and Hempen will take a seat. Forest City and AP tied at 8 with 1:15 to go in this first quarter. Bruckoff out front to Miller. Miller bracketed by a pair of defenders out there in Mackey and Thomas. Now Bruckoff back to Miller right side. Picks up a screen, works around the screen from Snyder. Now guarded one-on-one by by Thomas. Tees up a 3, and from way downtown, Noah Miller has his first points. It's an 11-8 lead for Forest City. Big run to end this first quarter. See if the Falcons can answer back. It's Hogstad right of center, right at the foul line. Drives in, puts up a shot. Good off the glass. Christian Hogstad with 4. Bodying up the defender there to cut the lead down to 1. It's 11-10. Forest City with a 1-point lead. Bruckoff out to Miller. Lost the handle for a moment. Regathers it. Drives over and gets it to Snyder left side. Snyder spin move inside the paint. He'll travel with the basketball as he made his way beyond 2 defenders, but dragged that foot a little bit too much. And that'll turn it over to AP with an opportunity to take the lead. 20 seconds to go in the first. Thomas faces some backcourt pressure. Works it ahead to his younger brother Gavin. Now to Mackey. Back to Gavin at the left wing. Wonder if the Falcons may take a timeout here. 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. In between the circles, it's Jaden Mackey. 5 seconds to go. Mackey directing traffic. Got to put a shot up here. 3 on the timer for Jaden. Over to Josh Hahn. Little give and go. It's tipped up in the air. Hogstad will not get his shot off. And that'll send us to the end of the first quarter with the Falcons out in front by the score of 11-10. We return from Hampton in 60 seconds after these messages on 98.9 KQCR.
We would like to take this time to thank our game sponsor, Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate. They have sponsored all of our regular season live streams as well as tonight's game.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, schools, and to those around you. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game.
Good offensive rebound pulled down for Bruckoff. Putback also doesn't go. Falcons rebound it. Mackey ahead quickly to Hempen. Hempen 2-on-2 will turn around and hand it back off to Mackey beyond the three-point arc. 7.5 to go first half. Into Josh Hahn, bodied up by a few different defenders, and they'll get number 14, Brandon Lieber, I believe, with his second. And that will be foul number 2 on Lieber, as he was kind of trailing Hahn there. And as Hahn kind of rebounded to get it back off, contact was made. Jaden Mackey right out of the entry feed, catches it in midair and lays it up and in. The Falcons lead it once again, 12-11. Hahn swats this one out of bounds. Last off AP, it'll stay with Forest City. Got to appreciate the hustle defensively. The Falcons out of that first quarter break, off to a good start here. Andrew Snyder, top of the key, gets a pass in quickly underneath the net. Shot put up, and a foul will be drawn by Truman Knutson as he'll head in, and that'll be the first on Owen Thomas here tonight. Be the first foul against the Falcons tonight of any variety. 12-11. Falcons currently lead it by 1. Knutson puts the first one up and in. So now a total of 5 different Indians have scored. For the Falcons, just 3 different players have scored, led by Jaden Mackey with 6. Second shot coming now for Truman Knutson. Knutson had 9 points and 13 rebounds in the win over GHV. Second free throw no good, falls off the left side of the rim. Falcons and Indians tied at 12. Gavin Thomas back to Hempen, ahead to Mackey into the front court. Forest City employing some pressure in the backcourt. Over to Gavin Thomas, into Josh Hahn, right low block. Back out front for Mackey. Fakes a 3, drives around, and gets it out to Hempen. Hempen back out front to Mackey again. Mackey driving right side this time. Step back for a moment, pulls up from 8 feet. This one goes in. Mackey with another good-looking basket. He's got 8 points. Still 6.5 to play until the end of the first half. Forest City works it into the front court. This time it's Bruckoff. Over to Lieber. Baseline drive, looking to get around Hahn. Runs into a wall. Out to Knutson. Knutson, back to Snyder. Back to Knutson, back to Snyder. Into the paint. Pulling up from the middle of the paint. No good. A little bit of a slow start so far, but a steal here for Lieber. Picks off a pass from Honkstad. Lays it up and in with a right hand. What a play for Brandon Lieber. He's got 5, and Forest City ties it back up at 14. 6:15 to play in the first. Indians have 3 players in the Falcon backcourt looking to challenge Gavin Thomas. He hands it off to Hempen, ahead to Mackey. Mackey will travel with it, and the Falcons turn it over again. Third travel of the first half going against AP. 6:07 to play first half. Michael Olson back into the game for Forest City. Second time we've seen him tonight. Noah Miller ahead to Bruckoff. 6 minutes to go till half. Bruckoff into Snyder, bodying up Honkstad. That's an offensive foul. Put the shoulder right into the junior Christian Honkstad. Bowled him over a bit. Honkstad's feet were set, and that's a good call there as it turns the basketball over to AP. Both teams battling a share of offensive error so far. We mentioned Falcons with 3 traveling violations, couple missed opportunities, missed layup in transition for Forest City, and then that offensive foul moments ago. Jaden Mackey fields with one hand from the left side. Now into Hempen, float shot no good. Hahn boards it and puts it up and in. Josh Hahn, another second chance opportunity. That's his 3rd offensive rebound of the game. Here comes Forest City ahead to Olsen in the right corner. They trail it by 2. Baseline drive for Olsen, kicks it back inbounds over there for Snyder. Now out front to number 32, Bruckoff, and this one's blocked, and Bruckoff gets it back, puts it up and in. That one swirls around and falls in. Big block moments ago for Christian Hogstad, but it goes right into the hands of Forest City. Pressure continues in the Falcon backcourt. They work it ahead to Hahn, now over to Mackey. Had an open look for a moment, driving around Olsen, and that'll be a defensive foul going against Olsen. Simple blocking foul there. It'll be the 3rd of the ball game going against Forest City. Now actually 4. Olsen's first. Falcons inbounding from under the Indian basket. 5:07 to play in this first half. Mackey, another traveling violation here as he kind of crow-hopped there right after he got it, and the referee not a fan of that move, and they called that the 2nd traveling violation against Mackey in the ballgame. 5 minutes to go here in this first half. We're all square, 16 apiece between the Falcons and the Indians. Dump into Snyder right inside of the 3-point arc. Now out to Miller. Now Snyder tries a 3. This one's no good. Rebound fought for, pulled down by Josh Hahn. Hahn with at least 5 boards in total so far in the ballgame. 4:40 to go till the half. Into Hogstad. No look pass from Gavin Thomas. Hogstad's fouled on the way in. That'll go against Andrew Snyder as his first. Christian Hogstad has grown into quite the basketball player. Had a big-time role last year. Battled some injuries, shin splints, and the like early this year, and has really rebounded down the stretch of this season to be a key player for the Falcons. First one goes up and in for Hogstad. He's got 5. Mentioned his stat line earlier in pregame, 11 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the win over CGD. Second shot on the way for Christian Hogstad is off the left side, no good. Michael Olsen boards it for Forest City, 17-16. Miller works it over to Snyder, back to Miller, and now over to Bruckoff. Bruckoff works to his right, trapped for a moment, got it back out to Miller. We've seen a lot of confidence from Miller in terms of his range. Bruckoff fakes a 3, back to Miller at the right wing, out front down to Snyder. Snyder a rough go of it so far, just 2 points. A lot of missed shots so far for the big for Forest City. 17-16, Falcons lead it by 1, 4 minutes to go in this first half. Into the left corner, it's Knutson who ran right into Hogstad, and they're gonna rule him just stepping out of bounds. Contact came shortly before the step on the sideline, and the Falcons will take it over. 17-16. Falcons lead it by 1. Hahn into the front court, into the back court, still over to Hempen as Hempen and Thomas exchange to get it across. Now over to Gavin Thomas, now to Hempen, back to Gavin in the left corner. Gavin looking for somewhere to go to it, gets it to Josh Hahn. Kick out pass to the left corner, back to Gavin. Gavin Thomas working around on that pivot foot now. Into Christian Hogstad. Foul line extended to the left. He pulls up from the foul line. No good. It dies on the right side of the rim. Falls into the hands of Olsen. Here comes Miller into the front court. Stopped just shy of the midcourt stripe. Got it over to Olsen. Back to Miller. Into Snyder. Snyder drives in. Kick out pass. And a 3 is on the way. And it's an air ball for Carter Bruckoff. And the rebound taken down by Forest City. And they're going to rule a push foul going against the Falcons over there on that far side of the floor. And that'll go against Gavin Thomas as his first. Team's 4th. Cooper Hoff into the game for the first time for AP. 17-16 the score. Forest City basketball, they trail it by 1. Float pass out front, taken down by Lieber. That was dangerous as Hoff almost got right underneath it. 3:15 to go in the first half. Forest City looking to answer right back here. A little bit of a slow start for both teams here in the second quarter. Bruckoff, little give and go with Lieber. Corner 3 for Bruckoff, halfway down and out. Offensive rebound pulled down for Knutson. He tries to put it back up, and it's too strong. Jaden Mackey boards it for AP. A lot of opportunities for Forest City, but not finding the bottom here so far in the third. 2:50 to go until the half. Gavin Thomas dumps it down to Owen in the left corner. Back to Gavin at the left wing. Now Owen in possession of the basketball. Gavin between the circles, back to Owen. Owen driving in on the defense. Little stutter step and a pass over to Hogstad, picked off by Lieber cleanly in the lane. 2.5 to go till the half. Here comes Forest City. Knutson under the basket, lays it up and in. Wow, that thing hung up on the net for a long time. Knutson's first field goal of the game. He's got 3, and Forest City retakes the lead, 18-17. Falcons in the front court, working it into Hogstad. Bodied up by 3 defenders. It doesn't matter. Hogstad goes up and puts it in the net. 19-18 Falcons. 2:05 to go in the first half. Lieber works it across the timeline. Elevates, gets it over to Ben Miller. Noah Miller, Now out to Olsen. Olsen at the right corner. Now over to Bruckhoff, and a mid-range jumper does not go in. Fighting for the offensive board. It's Lieber who gets it back at the left low block. Out to Miller now. Miller with dangerous range from downtown. Minute 45 to play till the half. Miller gets a screen from Lieber, kicks it over now right side over to Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff a shot fake, driving in, pulls up from 6 feet, gets it to go, and Bruckhoff has 7. Forest City leads it 20-19. Mackey bounces over to Gavin Thomas to the corner. It's Cooper Hoff. Hoff back out to Gavin, and back to Hoff at the left wing. Looking to hook up with Hogstad inside. Nothing there for now for the Falcons. Work it from outside in. Gavin over to Jaden Mackey in the right corner. Now Mackey, little give and go with Owen Thomas. Baseline drive for Jaden. Hands it off to Hogstad. Hogstad hop, skip, and a jump and lays it up and in. 9 points for Hogstad. That's been a big-time advantage for the Falcons so far in the game. They lead it by 1. Ahead comes Forest City. Now out to Miller, and Miller will draw the foul. Blocking foul the call as Miller drove around Cooper Hoff, and Hoff a little bit in the way there, and they'll get Hoff with his first foul. 59.6 seconds remain in this first half between the Falcons and the Forest City Indians, and it looks like we're going to have a double dribble quickly there going against Forest City, or a carry violation actually of the basketball. So quick turnover there after the defensive foul called on the Falcons. New player into the ball game for Forest City, number 52. We'll get you an update on that player's name here shortly. 50 seconds to go until the half. Cooper Hoff in the right corner. Now hands to Hogstad over to Josh Hahn, who puts it up and in. Great ball movement. It's Josh Hahn's second basket of the night. He's got 4, and the Falcons lead it 23-20. Forest City looking for a big possession here. 30 seconds remain. Contact made on Miller. He bounces it over now to Knutson. Now over to Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff hands it back to Miller. 20 seconds to go in this first half. Now to Knutson. Miller. Now kick out pass over to Bruckhoff. 10 on the timer. Bruckhoff bounces. Indians appear in no hurry, looking to get a screen here for Miller, and I don't know if they'll get it. 5 on the timer. Over to Miller. Miller bracketed by a couple defenders, and he's going to get called for a travel as Miller looking at continuation and laid it up and off the glass and home, but doesn't count as there's 1.9 seconds to go. The Falcons lead it 23-20 with just 2 seconds to go in this first half. We'll see what the Falcons do here, looking to screen somebody open for a last-second heave. 1.9 to play in the first half. Falcons 23, Indians 20. Hempen will heave it up, and it goes off the rafters. No good. 23-20 your halftime score. Falcons put together a strong second quarter, and at the half we will send it to break and be back with head coach Brady Driscoll of the AP Falcon girls. Recap their season and much more when we return. 23-20, Falcons lead over the Indians at the break. You're listening to all the action tonight right here on 98.9 KQCR.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials this school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all IHSAA sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the action while serving as a community leader. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit www.ihsaa.org/officials or highschoolofficials.com for more information. Help the IHSAA add one today.
We would like to take this time to thank our game sponsor, Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate. They have sponsored all of our regular season live streams as well as tonight's game.
Getting tuned up for the second half of action between the AP Falcons and the Forest City Indians. You're tuned in for all of it here on 98.9 KQCR, your home of Falcon basketball. AP begins with the basketball to start us off in the second half, working from right to left. 5 on the floor, Owen and Gavin Thomas, Jaden Mackey, Garrett Hempen, and Josh Hahn to start us out. Mackey in the left corner looking to feed Hahn. Instead throws it back out front to Garrett Hempen. Hempen drives in. Kick out for Gavin. 3 on the way. Halfway down and out. Tipped out by Hahn into the hands of Hempen. Spin move. And it's rejected out of bounds. Huge block there for Forest City. Andrew Snyder got up and chucked that one out of bounds. But things started a frantic pace here in the second half. 23-20. Falcons on top of the Indians. Owen Thomas bouncing it into Hahn. Hahn wheels around in the paint, looks to throw it up, and this one is saved by Forest City. Athletic play for Miller, diving out of bounds, throwing that one in to Brandon Lieber. Here comes Forest City. They trail it by 3, led it by as many as 1 in that first half. Falcons lead it 23-20. Miller with that aforementioned range we've seen. Now over, and Bruckhoff tries a 3, kisses the front of the rim and goes off into the hands of Jaden Mackey. 23-20, Falcons lead by 3. Mackey holds it at the right wing, now holding above his head over to Garrett Hempen. And now to Owen Thomas in the right corner. Owen out front to Gavin, back to Owen at the right wing. And they're going to get a stoppage here. 3-second violation going on the Falcons. That might be drawn by Hempen on that far outside of the foul line. That violation will be ruled against AP, and the basketball will belong to Forest City. Knutson gets it into Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff bracketed by a couple defenders, gets it back to Miller. Miller chucks it into the front court now to Snyder. Snyder a rough first half. Missed 4 or 5 shots that he'd like to have back. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Scoreless so far in this second half. Bruckhoff out now to Lieber. And to Knutson. Into Lieber. Wheels around in the paint. Now out to the corner to Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff looking to drive around Mackey. Instead hands it back off to Knutson. Knutson out front to Snyder again. Nobody inside for Forest City right now except for Lieber. Big size disadvantage as Lieber works against Josh Hahn. Gets it against Hahn. Right elbow. Driving into the paint. Flips a pass out. Baseline drive now for Knutson. Had it partially blocked from behind by Hahn. And misses the shot into the hands of Jaden Mackey. Now it's Owen Thomas pushing the defense here. Now out front to Garrett Hempen. Hempen driving in, had it poke free from behind to the floor. Hahn scoops it out into the hands of Mackey, and Mackey in the left corner runs into Bruckhoff. Now out front to Garrett Hempen. 5:50 to go in this third quarter. Hahn underneath the paint, bounce to Owen, and the right-hand layup is good. Owen Thomas, his first points coming to big time for the Falcons. It's the first points for either team in this second half. And the lead is 5 for AP, 25-20. Forest City needs to rebound in a big way. They trailed it 4 early in this ballgame, 6-2. Since then, have played about even with the Falcons, but the Falcons have gotten up to their biggest lead of the game at 5 here, 25-20. Snyder bounces out to Lieber. Lieber into the right corner, now back to Lieber at the right wing. Out to Miller. Miller to the right corner, and this 3 is going to fall off the right side, no good for Bruckhoff. Here come the Falcons. Garrett Hempen, and this could be a jump ball. It will. Good play defensively for Forest City, and number 42, Andrew Snyder, got his hands in there clean with Hempen as Hempen drove in, put the brakes on at the right low block, and that's going to be a turnover to Forest City. 25-20, Falcons lead it over Forest City. Just 2 points so far between the two teams here in the second half, 3 minutes in. Bruckhoff out to Knutson, who hands it off to Miller. Miller with just a couple shots in the ball game so far. Now Bruckhoff at the right wing. Bruckhoff bounce pass in, turnaround, hook shot, does not go in there for Snyder, could not get it up over Christian Hogstad. 4:40 to go in the third. Owen Thomas brings it into the front court. Now Garrett Hempen in the left corner to Mackey. Back to Hempen, now over to Owen Thomas. Baseline drive, little hop skip here, the Euro step, kick out to Mackey, had an open 3. Passes it up for a mid-range jumper. It's good. And Jaden Mackey now up to 10 points in the ballgame. Timeout on the floor for Forest City. A full timeout here with 4:29 to go in the third. Back in 60 seconds with you on 98.9 KQCR.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, schools, and to those around you. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game.
We would like to take this time to thank our game sponsor, Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate. They have sponsored all of our regular season live streams as well as tonight's game.
Back on 98.9 KQCR, Falcons and Indians from Hampton. Forest City in possession, but trailing it by 7, 27-20 after a jumper for Jaden Mackey sent us into a Forest City timeout. Indians in trouble here, down by 7. Swing it out front now to Miller. Miller looking to get himself in isolation, hasn't been able to do much of that here, and he drives it over now to Bruckhoff, who elevates and puts it in. Carter Bruckhoff been by far and away the most impressive scorer so far for Forest City, as now Owen Thomas gets stripped, but a foul on the way towards the basket goes in on number 20. That's going to be the first going against Noah Miller. 27-22. The Falcons lead it by 5. Led it by as many as 7, which was just moments ago. Float out front to Jaden Mackey. 3 on the way. It's good. Bury the bucket for Jaden Mackey. He's got 13 points to lead all scorers. The Falcons lead it by 8, 30-22. Miller works it into the front court with the help of Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff back to Miller between the circles. Shovels it into Snyder. Snyder over to the corner. 2-bouncer to Lieber. Baseline drive for Lieber. Elevates, gets it into Snyder, who floats it up. No good, but a foul. Snyder will head to the line to shoot 2, and that's one. Claps his hands together in frustration that he would like back. 3:37 to go in quarter number 3. It's the Falcons 30 and the Indians 22. 2 shots coming for Snyder. That was the first foul of the game moments ago on Garrett Hempen. First one goes in for Andrew Snyder. He's got 3. Snyder looking to be a difference maker down the stretch of this ball game. 3:37 to go in the third. Second one on the way for Snyder. Falls off the left side. No good. That one touched every square inch of the rim, but falls off no good. 3.5 to play in the third. Mackey and Hempen playing catch in the backcourt, looking to work it across. Hempen does just that. Kick out pass over to Gavin Thomas. Fakes a 3 into Hogstad now off the hands of Mackey. Hogstad turns around, puts it up and in. Big man ball tonight for Christian Hogstad. He's got 11, and the lead is up to 9, 32-23. Miller floats ahead to Bruckhoff in the right corner. Bruckhoff bracketed by a couple different Falcon defenders, in some trouble, driving around, kick out front. 3 on the way for Lieber, good. And that is just what Forest City needed. Lieber now up to 8 in the game, and the lead is down to 6, 32-26. Here come the Falcons, tipped into the hands of Owen Thomas at the left corner. Into Christian Hogstad, working around, spin move, lays it up, no good. Got his own rebound, puts it up, he's packed in, but a foul. Hard block moments ago for Andrew Snyder, but not clean. And that'll be another foul on the big man, Christian Hogstad. And that will go against Snyder as his 3rd. So that's notable for Snyder as well. And 2 shots coming for Christian Hogstad. Hogstad, an rebounding machine, and more importantly, showing off some great moves down there in the low post. Josh Hahn comes in, so the Falcons go big. They've got Owen Thomas, Hahn, and Hogstad on the floor, joining Gavin Thomas and Jaden Mackey. First one no good for Christian Hogstad. Lead stays at 6 for the time being, 2:47 to go in the third. Second shot on the way for Christian Hogstad, also no good. And the rebound controlled for Forest City by Snyder. Bruckhoff and Miller playing catch in the backcourt. This is getting a little bit close for comfort there. Olsen into Snyder. Snyder driving in, right-hand layup, no good, but they'll get Josh Hahn for a blocking foul. And that'll be the first on Josh Hahn. And 2 shots coming now for Andrew Snyder. Snyder with 3 points so far, 2.5 to play in the third. Forest City looking to chip away at the momentum the Falcons had built up when they led it by as many as 9. Snyder buries the first. 4-0 run for the Indians, looking to make it 5 now. Snyder misses the second, and the lead stays at 5, 32-27. Owen Thomas into the front court at the right wing, now up front to Mackey between the circles. Mackey kind of shovels it ahead to Hogstad. Now over to Gavin, now Owen at the top of the key. Terminates the dribble, gets it over to the right side to Jaden Mackey. Mackey driving in off the dribble, elevates, kick out pass to Owen. 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. Rebound snatched out of the air, athletic move there for Snyder. Got it over Josh Hahn. Miller driving in, kick out to Olsen. Olsen to the right corner, 3 on the way. This one is good. Big time basket there for Carter Bruckoff. He's got 12, and Forest City has stormed back. It's a 2-point game. 32-30, Falcons lead it by 2. Mackey calls for a screen from the right wing of Josh Hahn, flings a pass over to Owen Thomas, left wing. Back over to Gavin, the other side, tries to find a pass in, but a foul will come. Little shove foul going against, this might go on Snyder as number 4, and that could be problematic for Forest City. And they haven't put it up on the scoreboard as to who the foul was against there. There it is, coming into the scorers table. So that is his 4th foul, so Snyder will grab a seat. Well, he will not actually. We resume play. So Snyder's still in the ball game, working with 4 fouls and still well over 9 minutes to go in the game. Falcons driving in. Owen Thomas terminates the dribble at the right elbow. Out front to Garrett Hempen. Hempen hasn't shot much here. Gets it to Hahn, back out to Hempen. 3 on the way. It's an air ball, no good, and lost out of bounds. Last off AP, 32-30. And Forest City with a gigantic opportunity as now Snyder comes out. Strategic play there for them to keep Snyder in, assisting with the rebounding. Forest City in possession of the basketball. They trail it by 2, trailed it by 9 moments ago. Bruckoff into the front court, works it to the right wing, and now back out front to Miller, and now he's got the isolation he wanted working on Garrett Hempen. Passes it over to Bruckoff. Fakes a pass over to the right corner to Miller. Now Miller's got a 3, tees it up from the right side, it's good. Noah Miller now with 6, and Forest City leads at 33-32. 10-0 run for the Indians. Owen Thomas to Jaden Mackey out front. Mackey driving in, kick out to Thomas, over to Garrett Hempen. Hempen back to Owen Thomas, right in between the circles. 40 seconds to go in this third quarter. Into Christian Hogstad, bodies it up and puts it in. Count the basket for Christian Hogstad. What a move for AP, and Hogstad back to the line. 13 points for the junior Christian Hogstad, and the lead is 1 for AP. Hogstad looking to make it 2, 34-33. Hogstad looking to add to this Falcon lead, which dissipated over the last few minutes. He does just that. It's back to a 2-point game. Falcons 35, Indians 33. Miller now over to Bruckoff. Bruckoff to the corner. Lieber, a 3 for the lead. There it is. 1-point advantage as Lieber sinks the basket. 11 for him, 36-35, 1-point lead for Forest City. Final moments of the third quarter, 14 on the timer. Mackey challenged out front, hands to Hempen. Hempen bouncing out to Switzer, and that's going to be an over and back foul. Basketball belongs to Forest City with 8.2 seconds to go in the third. 36-35, Indians on top of the Falcons. Bounce it back into the backcourt to Miller. 6 on the timer. Miller's got range. We'll see what he does here. Works to his left. Body into Switzer. Heaves up a 3. This one no good. A little bit short. And that'll send us to what is surely going to be an entertaining fourth quarter. Forest City 36 and the Falcons 35. Keep it tuned here to 98.9 KQCR.
We would like to take this time to thank our game sponsor, Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate. They have sponsored all of our regular season live streams as well as tonight's game.
Oh boy. Falcon basketball continuing from Hampton. You're tuned in on 98.9 KQCR. Fourth quarter just underway. Falcons work it from right to left. They trail it by 1, 36-35 against the Forest City Indians. Falcons work it into the left corner. It's Gavin Thomas. Thomas works towards the center. Now over to Owen left side. Owen, a little head fake driving in. Lost the handle. Ball is free to the floor and unable to be saved by Miller, who dove into the near side stands to give it his best shot, but unable to save it in time. 19 seconds bleed off the clock here to start the fourth. 7:41 to play. Falcons trail it by 1. Looking to get it into Christian Hogstad. It's thrown away to the floor. Olsen gets it back. What'll the call be here? As there was a whistle over there on the far side. This might go against, or they actually get a timeout over to Forest City. So how about that? Crafty use of the timeout by one of the players over there on the far side for the Indians. 36-35 your score. A 30-second break in the action. We'll keep it here with you and take you through your leading scores for Forest City. 12 for Carter Bruckhoff, 11 for Brandon Lieber, and 6 for Noah Miller. And your top 3 for the Falcons tonight: 13 for Mackey, 14 for Hogstad, and 4 for Josh Hahn. Owen Thomas and Garrett Hempen, 2 of the top 3 leading scorers by scoring average this year for the Falcons, have combined for just 4 points so far. So look for those 2 to get going here in the fourth. 7:38 to go in this final frame. 36-35. Forest City on top. AP on top of Forest City. Check that. Forest City on top AP. 36-35. Apologies there. Olsen over to the right corner. Forest City with this 1-point lead. Lieber double clutches at it. Gets it out to Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff working at the right wing on Garrett Hempen. Bruckhoff taking Hempen off the dribble, driving in, left-hand layup, too strong. Rebound for Owen Thomas. Falcons will run 4-on-2 if they hurry. Here comes Owen over to Gavin. Gavin cuts in, puts up the shot. It's good! Count the basket! What a shot for Gavin Thomas! My goodness, was almost horizontal as he put that one up, and Gavin Thomas gets it to go for his first points of the game. Falcons retake the lead, 37-36, and looking to make it a 2-point lead if Gavin can finish business at the line. Thomas lets it fly. It is no good. Rebound secured there for Bruckhoff. Foul shooting for both teams have been a little bit of a bugaboo here tonight. 7 minutes to go. Falcons lead at 37-36. Miller guarded out front by a pair of defenders. Gets it into a cutting Knutson who's wide open. And that's what you get when you bracket a defender out front like that. Somebody's got to be free. And Knutson was that guy that possession. And Forest City retakes the lead 38-37. Gavin Thomas directs traffic, now over to Garrett Hempen. Hempen over to Gavin. 3 from way downtown is good. Gavin Thomas with 5. AP fans on their feet. They lead it by 2, 40-38. Miller driving in right off the dribble to the cup, and a left-hand layup is good for the answer. Noah Miller's got 8. Here comes AP looking to run it back. 40-40. With 6:15 to go. Owen Thomas, a 3 out front. No good, and the rebound snagged out of the air by Miller. 40-40 is your score. 3 from way downtown for Miller in transition. No good, but the rebound pulled down for Bruckhoff, and he'll be fouled. It's actually Lieber. And Lieber will head to the line. And fouled there by Christian Hogstad, I believe. Check that. They get it going against Jaden Mackey, his first. And Lieber will have 2 shots coming, but first a timeout for the Falcons. We've got a full timeout. We'll step aside for a 60-second break on 98.9 KQCR.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials this school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all IHSAA sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the action while serving as a community leader. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit www.ihsaa.org/officials or highschoolofficials.com for more information.
Out of the full timeout for head coach Aaron Thomas. 2 shots coming now for Brandon Lieber of Forest City. 40-40 is your score. 6:01 to go, and Lieber misses the first out of the timeout. An update for Dike New Hartford and Iowa Falls Alden. That score a little bit wider moments ago, but trimmed down to 6. The Cadets lead the Wolverines with 6 minutes to go, 43-37. Second one made at the line by Lieber. Falcons trail it by 1. Under 6 minutes to go here in Hampton. Mackey works it into the front court, tries to get it to Hahn. Skips off his hands into the hand of Hempen. Now underneath they feed Hogstad. Hogstad back to Hahn. Hahn turns around, feeds it out to Hempen for 3. Good! It swirls home. Garrett Hempen buries the 3, but the anticipation was painful there as it swirls around the rim, eventually falls through. Falcons regain the lead by 2, 43-41. It is loud in here in Hampton, right next to the student section. Here comes Forest City out front. It's Snyder, thought about a 3, into Olsen, who was wide open under the basket. His first points, and Forest City ties it back once again at 43 apiece. Here comes AP. 5:10 to go. Mackey working top of the key, over to Hempen, trying to start a frenzy from outside. There it goes. Hempen with another 3, 46-43 the score. Forest City looking to survive the onslaught here. Bouncing it over to Miller, into Snyder, over to Olsen. Olsen for 3 to answer, no good, and the rebound secured for Hempen. Falcons lead it by 3, 4:45 to go. Mackey into the front court. Drives around a screen from Hahn. Now looking to take Knutson off the dribble. He does just that and lays it up and in. Jaden Mackey, smooth move to the basket, and it's a 5-point Falcon lead, 48-43. Miller into Bruckhoff, now to Snyder. Corner 3 fake for Lieber, driving inside, and a foul will be on the floor before the shot going against the Falcons. Hahn will pick up his second. Falcons in extremely good shape foul-wise in this ball game. Total of 14 fouls in this second half. Forest City trailing it by 5, 48-43. Snyder driving in just a bit, now over to Lieber. Lieber into Snyder right at the foul line, out to Miller. Miller with a one-on-one opportunity out front. Now gets it over to Knutson. And now Bruckhoff for 3. Good. Carter Bruckhoff with 15. We've got a timeout for Forest City, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll look to give you any score updates as we move along. A 12-2 run for Dike New Hartford. 43-40 is the score in that game. DNH currently trailing Iowa Falls Alden, been down the majority of that game. Dane Fuller is back in the lineup, and that one is a 3-point game, 43-40, similar to what we have here. It's a 2-point game, 48-46. Basketball belongs to the AP Falcons when we return to action. Appreciate you tuning in, listening to all the action, however you may be doing so, on the live stream or over the air or online, streaming through radioonthego.com. 48-46 as Josh Hahn can run the baseline here. 4:01 to go in this ball game. Hahn just simply shovels it ahead into the hands of Garrett Hempen. Falcons lead it by 2, 48-46, 3:50 to go in this ball game. Hempen has made back-to-back threes for the Falcons. Into Hogstad, spin move in the paint, lays it up and in, but they get him for a travel first as Hogstad spun around in the lane and called for another travel for the Falcons. 48-46, Forest City right back in it, 2-point game. Forest City working into the front court. It's Miller. Picks up a screen from Lieber, weaves in between the two. Over to the corner, it's Bruckhoff. Fake to 3, out to Lieber. Lieber driving in. Now it's Knutson left side, out to Miller. Back to Knutson as AP holds strong defensively. Miller fakes a 3 from the left corner. Working around Josh Hahn. Steps back, launches a 3. It's no good. Rebound secured by Jaden Mackey. Big stop defensively there for the Falcons. Can they get some much-needed points here? 3:10 to go. Mackey driving around a screen from Josh Hahn, bounces over to Hempen. Hempen tees up a 3. Can he make it 3 for 3? He cannot. It's a hard clang off the backside of the iron into the hands of Forest City's Brandon Lieber. 48-46. Falcons lead it by 2 here in Hampton. Bruckhoff to the corner. It's Miller. Miller back to Bruckhoff, top of the key, bouncing over to Lieber. Lieber for three and the lead. It's no good and hits off the top of the backboard, goes out of bounds. Falcon basketball, 2:40 to go. Things getting tense if they already weren't here in Hampton. We've got another full timeout on the floor, this time for the Falcons. We step aside for another break here on 98.9 KQCR. Two minutes and 40 seconds stand between these two teams, and moving on to the sub-state final. 48-46, Falcons lead it by 2. They get it into Jaden Mackey, ahead to Garrett Hempen. Pressure in the backcourt, beaten across by the Falcons. Gavin Thomas holds it in the left corner, bouncing it into Josh Hahn, left low block, looking to get around the defender, he cannot. Into Mackey, Mackey skips through the paint, foul will be called. Going against Forest City, and this might go on Miller, as we will wait and see. Indeed it will, and that will be Miller's second. Miller looking for a jump ball, did have hands in there, but apparently too late for the referee's liking. Out to Hempen, over to the corner. Gavin Thomas for three is good! Falcons have lit the blaze here from downtown in the second half, particularly this fourth quarter. They lead it by 5, 2:15 to go. 51-46. Lieber to Miller out front. Now over to Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff at the left wing. Looking for a big basket. Miller, step back, looking to weave a three, does not take it. Gets it back out to Bruckhoff. Didn't like the look. Minutes, seconds ticking away here. Less than 2 to play. Knutson threw it out of bounds, and this one last touched by the Forest City Indians. Knutson was looking to get it into Miller. Miller was cutting into the lane, and a little bit behind his hands, and a crucial turnover at this juncture for Forest City. 51-46, Falcons lead it by 5. Owen Thomas will inbound the basketball right in front of the Indian bench, just simply tosses it into the backcourt to Garrett Hempen. Minute 45 to go. Hempen into the front court. Bounces it to Hogstad, back into the hands of Hempen right side. Falcons might be playing to wear off some time here. 5-point lead, 51-46. We got another timeout on the floor for the AP Falcons. This one just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Looking for score updates here as Iowa Falls Alden has a 7-point lead right now over Dike New Hartford, and that game has a minute and 46 seconds to go, and that's a very good ball game throughout the game between IFA and Dike New Hartford, but 49-42 the score with a minute 46 to go as Iowa Falls Alden looking to pull the big upset of Dike New Hartford in that contest. 51-46 your score here. Falcons lead it by 5 and also have possession of the basketball. 5-point advantage, 51-46, minute 39 to go as the Forest City Indians will need to play some good defense and start sinking some shots as they've dried up from outside that lately, and the Falcons have caught fire. Owen Thomas floating it into Hogstad. It's too far, and that one lost out of bounds. Forest City will take over the basketball as that lob into Christian Hogstad just a little bit too far off the hands of Owen Thomas. 5-point game, minute 39 to go. Falcons lead it by 5, 51-46. Noah Miller holds it out front for Forest City, drives around a screen. In the left corner, it's Bruckhoff. Bruckhoff bouncing it in. This is Snyder driving in. Bruckhoff pulls up from 6 feet, no good. It's an air ball. Tough one to swallow there, right from the inside of the foul line, and now a foul will be delivered by Bruckhoff on Gavin Thomas, and Thomas will head to the line to shoot 2, as that is team foul number 7. So check that. It's a 1-and-1 coming for Gavin Thomas. Thomas will shoot a 1-and-1. Big foul shot here coming for the freshman. He has 8 points so far in the game. Minute 20 to go. First one up and in. Thomas makes it a 6-point lead. 52-46. Hard-fought game here between the Falcons and the Indians here from Hampton. 52-46. Thomas, second one on the way. It's a 3-possession game as Thomas gets to 10 points. All of those in the second half. 53-46. Miller to the corner. It's Lieber. Back to Miller at the left wing. Throws a little screen there. Miller drives around, looking to get around Hahn. Throws it into the paint, and a foul called on the Falcons. As challenging the defense on the inside there was Carter Bruckoff. And that'll go as Garrett Hempen's second foul. Lead stays at 7, 53-46. Basketball belongs to the Indians. Floated out front for Snyder. Snyder thought about a 3, passes it up over to Miller now. Miller driving to the left, faking a 3, hands it off to Snyder. Snyder back out front now to Lieber, and back to Miller. Less than 1 minute to go. 7-point game. Forest City's got to put up a shot here. Snyder drives in to Bruckoff. Bruckoff out beyond three-point land, throws up a 3. It's no good, but a timeout first for head coach Dan Russacker of Forest City. 50 seconds to go. Forest City a little bit out of sorts here. They trail it by 7, 53-46. And we've got a 1-minute timeout, and we'll step aside for our last break. Or check that, we'll keep it here the rest of the way for you on 98.9 KQCR. 50 seconds to go in this timeout, and 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Forest City's leading scorer is Carter Bruckoff with 15. Brandon Lieber has 12. And for the AP Falcons so far, Jaden Mackey has 15 points, 14 for Christian Hogstad, 10 for Gavin Thomas. As we sit at a 7-point advantage here for the AP Falcons. Neutral site battle between the Falcons and the Forest City Indians. Upcoming broadcast tomorrow will bring you coverage from right here in Hampton. Dyke New Hartford girls will battle West Hancock. Opportunity to go to state on the line. Girls basketball coverage begins at 6:45, 7 o'clock tip time between the Wolverines and the Eagles. 51-47 the new score between Iowa Falls Alden and Dyke New Hartford. 4-point deficit for the Wolverines. 50 seconds to go in this one. Forest City gets it in quickly to Miller. Miller looking to go in off the dribble. Gets the shot to go, but a foul delivered well in advance. And Gavin Thomas picks up his second. And that's now the 6th team foul, so no more fouls to give here for the Falcon defense before free throws. 47 seconds to go, 53-46. Forest City needs to catch fire from downtown right now. Miller to the left corner. Stymied from there, throws it out front. Now works it over to Lieber. A 3 on the way is good, and that's just what Forest City needed. 15 points for Lieber. We've got another timeout on the floor for Forest City. And we will keep it here once again, as we promised. Keep it the rest of the way. That is another full timeout for Forest City, so another 60-second brief stoppage here. Chatted with head coach Brady Driscoll of the AP Falcon girls at the half. 12-10, the overall record. The first year for the AP Falcons fell in the postseason to Dyke New Hartford, ending their season at 12-10 overall. Great group of seniors. We talked a little bit about the seniors and the season with head coach Brady Driscoll. Tune in for our Channel Seeds Coaches Show. Final chat with our girls coaches of the season this coming Saturday from 10 to 11 on 98.9 KQCR. Updated on the scores here. Carter Bruckoff with 15. Brandon Lieber after that big 3 also has 15 points for Forest City. And for the Falcons, 15 points the lead for Jaden Mackey, 14 for Christian Hogstad. Basketball will belong to the Falcons out of the timeout. Lieber just made another big 3, and the lead is 4. So back to a 2-possession game. 53-49 is your score. Inbounding the basketball here will be Owen Thomas. Owen running the baseline, simply hands it off to Hogstad, back into his hands, and Owen will be fouled. And this will be a 1-and-1 coming for the senior Owen Thomas. 53-49, Thomas to shoot a 1-and-1. Falcons will not send anybody to the foul line. Or check that, Gavin will trot in left center position here. Owen with a 1-and-1, 32.8 seconds remain in the ball game. 4-point lead for the Falcons. Owen tees up the first, it is good. earns another one at the line. Owen Thomas with 3. Second shot coming. 5-point lead for the Falcons, and make it 6. Owen Thomas with 4, and the lead is 6, 55-49. 33 seconds remain in the ball game. Forest City needs a pair of big threes and then some help to get this one back in control. Miller driving around a pair of screens. Will have to tee something up from way downtown if he's not careful. Now over to Lieber into the corner. Bruckoff for 3. Good. My goodness, 18 seconds to go. Bruckoff nails the 3, 15 seconds on the clock, and we've got a timeout on the floor here for the Falcons. Head coach Aaron Thomas races in, gets the 30-second timeout. We have another update for you. That game between Iowa Falls Alden and Dyke New Hartford is about as good as you'll see. Ours is included in that here tonight. Very close game. 55-52 is our score. Falcons lead it by 3. And in that one, 53-52. And now 55-52. 3-point lead for the Cadets over the Wolverines with just 22 seconds to go. So that game a 3-point game. Our game a 3-point game. Identical scores. 55-52. Iowa Falls Alden over Dyke New Hartford. And right now the Falcons lead over the Indians. 55-52. 15 seconds to go. Owen Thomas, pump fake into Hogstad. Give and go back to Thomas, who's fouled once again. And Owen will have another 1-and-1 at the foul line. Looking to salt this one away. But again, not over for quite some time. 13 seconds to go. Falcons lead it by 3. If Owen can make one of 2 here, he'll have to make the first one. That's a monumental shot coming here. And it looks like that is foul number 5 on Andrew Snyder. Junior season will come to a close. 3-point game, 55-52 is the score. Owen Thomas, after the substitution, will shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. 13 seconds to go. Owen, a spin, 3 dribbles, and sets his feet, sends it on its way. It is good. Falls in for Owen Thomas, and the Falcons have a 4-point lead with 13 seconds to go. 56-52. Owen Thomas' second shot is on the way. It is good. Crucial free throws down the stretch here for Owen Thomas. 57-52, 5-point lead for the Falcons. 13 seconds to go. Forest City in quickly to Miller. Miller working it into the front court. Dribbles behind his back. Now launches up a 3 from way downtown. It's short. Rebound fought for. Eventually pulled down by Forest City, but a jump ball. The arrow will stay with the Indians. 6 seconds to go. Not a ton of time here for Forest City. Got to catch and shoot and hope for the best. 5-point game. Miller from the corner. 3 is good. 3 seconds to go. 2 on the timer. And that will do it. The Falcons run out the clock and win it. Forest City out of timeouts. Miller makes the corner 3, but that's it. 57-55. Falcons get the test tonight, but fend it off against the Indians. 57-55 is your final. AP on to the sub-state final on Saturday. We'll have coverage for that game on 98.9 KQCR. Hope you can join us. And the final to tonight's game, 57-55. Back in a few moments to wrap this thing up from Hampton. Falcons winners over the Indians, 57-55 on 98.9 KQCR.